Welcome back to another mystery box challenge, and this time it's home cook Jamie versus chef Kush. They've both been given the same mystery box of convenience store ingredients and they must use all of them. And to make it interesting, Jamie will have 30 minutes and Kush will have only 15 to cook up a battle-winning dish.
Chef Kush. Jay. Okay, boys, let's have a look at what you're working with.
Are you having a laugh? Pickled onion monster munch.
Pork pie. This is just the bin of someone's cupboard, isn't it?
I thought that was a potato, but it's definitely not.
That is lotus fruit.
Oh, yay.
Ramen, jalapenos.
They're not chives or spring onions.
Garlic chives, Chinese garlic chives, because they're flat at the top and round at the bottom.
Milk. That's not milk. That's buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
Corn.
Lotus root.
Straight off,
With
what a chef.
another lotus root.
Is that squid?
It's close.
It's really rubbery.
Cuttlefish.
Kush, you instantly win on being a chef and identifying the ingredients.
Doesn't really help though, does it? You've got Eber's wet dream of a ploughman's, and then the other side of the world.
What?
It's either going to be a complete obliteration or an underdog story for the ages. Either way, you and I are going to have a great time. Okay, Jay, your 30 minutes starts now. So what are you going for first? Eggs. Boiled eggs.
2 boiled eggs.
And taking the hat off a pork pie.
Deconstructing the pork pie.
Do I get half an hour too?
You get 15 minutes.
God. It needs to be fast, so fast food.
Whoa!
Cuttlefish is tough by nature if you cook it badly. So if you break it down, add the pre-seasoned pork pie and a bit of the actual pastry to it. That's used, that's used.
I'm going to make a monster munch coated Scotch egg.
Wow!
A bit of jalapeno for spice, that's used. I'm literally trying to get rid of everything now. Oh wow, they're potent. Let the machine do the hard work of the chopping. Using the ramen seasoning sachet. Yep, I'm gonna make burger and chips.
I'm going to take the pork from the pork pie, which is essentially sausage meat, and I'm going to squish it up and see if I can turn that into the outside of a Scotch egg, some mashed up egg in the middle, and then cover it in Monster Munch and then deep fry it. Oh, it's not very pliable.
What's the flavour and texture and property of a lotus fruit?
Lotus root, pretty much no taste, no flavour, very, very mild, so it's a good vehicle for things. You can stir fry it, it's got quite a firm texture, or I'm going to slice it and deep fry it and make lotus root crisps. I'm sticking to things I know here.
So we've given the boys a very, very limited store cover, which is basically eggs, flour and some bread. Jay, you're utilising eggs, some flour.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, this is going to be like a snacking platter.
A splatter.
I have done many a fish cake, Thai style fish cake. And then when I go to dim sum, pretty much every weekend, we have the fried squid cakes.
Okay.
Fried little dipping sauce on the side. So how about I make cuttlefish and Chinese chive cake? Oh no, I needed that machine. Whoopsie.
Flour.
This is going to be great.
Whisk. Can I have a time check?
You've had 4 minutes.
Good. Can you let me know when I've had 6 minutes? Because I meant to put a timer on those eggs and then forgot.
Absolutely.
Thanks, mate. I don't know how to use cuttlefish, so I'm just going to cook it in a similar way to squid because it feels similar to squid. So I'm going to slice it and then I'm going to dredge it in a flour, buttermilk, jalapeno dredge. And then deep fry it.
Great.
I'm going to use these brioche burger buns and make ramen powder. So this is noodles. I'm going to turn it into breadcrumbs. The oil is hot, so I've just taken it off the heat while I get my pan station ready.
That's my oil that's smoking quite heavily. Yes, 250 degrees. Oh, no, 280 degrees.
And you're aiming for?
180.
Oh, yeah.
I need that to be minus 100. Okay,
Jay,
right.
you are coming up to 6 minutes on your eggs.
Okay, good. Buttermilk, we know that's good for dredging because that's what you cook fried chicken in. It's very good for that.
The acid in it breaks down the proteins, makes it nice and moist.
Thin Chipsy Crispsies.
We are 3.5 minutes in and
Oh.
it's already carnage.
Right, so I want to get some nice thin lotus root crisp frying. Then I can season them up later. While they fry, I will make burger sauce.
Okay.
Use the buttermilk somehow, use the corn somehow, and make my actual burger patty. They should fry about 5-6 minutes. And then I'm going to deep fry my burger. So essentially, this is a one-pan wonder.
It's a one-pot cook. How did you feel, honestly, when you first looked at the ingredients in that box?
Slightly angry. I don't like the word fusion or the concept of fusing things together, but getting a pork pie, cuttlefish, flavours and ingredients that don't normally go together, all mashed together in 15 minutes.
I call that a challenge.
Oh, it's a challenge, all right.
Is that thick enough? Too thick for dredging? I don't know. That's good, that's good. Lovely.
Now what?
I don't know whether it's going to be quicker to cool this oil down or heat up some new oil.
I don't know. You've got no time.
I know!
So I need to get rid of the corn and the buttermilk, and that's all ingredients used. Right, they're nearly frying, they're nearly done. Corn, I'm going to get off this cob really quickly, and I'm going to turn it into something with the buttermilk, like a corn buttermilk burger sauce, like a dressing.
Using the buttermilk a bit like a sour cream and the mayo, combining it with the corn,
Exactly.
making, I don't know, something like an elotes.
Elote salsa from our burger. So we're going Mexican. This is my third machine I'm going to use.
Brilliant, mate, you're going to need it.
I rely on machines massively. This is a machine, technically, this hob. So I don't like the old concept of I'll do everything by hand.
And Kush, you are a machine.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Time?
You have had half of your time,
Whoop.
7.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, that could have gone for longer. That should have gone for longer. No! It'll be fine. It's going to have to be fine, Michael.
You're not going to get the cross-section of the Scotch egg halved with the perfect boiled egg and yolk.
No, because... No.
No.
No. No.
Jay, you have 20 minutes remaining.
So everything's used now, as long as it gets into a dish.
Yeah.
Right, big patty.
Oh my, that is massive.
Right.
That looks like it needs to brew for an hour.
Oh, this is very soft.
Right, I think I need a little bit of this water in my hand to make this more pliable. Yeah, look at that, that's better. That's better. And the reason this is going to work, Michael, is because the sausage meat inside a pork pie is perfectly seasoned already. So it's got everything in there.
Okay, so you're almost going for a scrambled Scotch egg.
Scrambled Scotch egg, I've just got to get the quantities right. Into the flour, into the egg, into the Monster Munch. It's
Get in!
working.
If you pull this off, this could run close.
Where are we at time-wise?
You're fast approaching the halfway mark. Kush, you've used your pickled onion flavour crisps or chips.
Pickled onion flavour Monster Munch as flour.
Yeah.
That's a layer of seasoning. I've seasoned the egg, and then I've put ramen in, which is already fried, so I'm double frying it, because ramen noodles are fried in the factory. The oil's probably got a bit too hot now. Turn that off.
It's catching.
Yeah, 203. Touch over.
It will cool. Blow
It'll
on
cool
it.
down, yeah. Put some more oil in it. It's a good tip. Put some cold oil in it.
Put some water in it.
Yeah, sure. Don't, no, never do that.
We're going in.
Oh,
That looks like a Scotch egg. Okay, whilst that's frying, I'm going to make my dip. So we're going to go for some buttermilk, some corn, jalapeno, mayonnaise. I'm going to whiz that together and see if it needs anything else. Cut up some jalapeno.
so what are you doing with this?
I'm going to blend it up.
So why are
Yeah.
you chopping it?
Because my brain is not working at full operating temperature. It's panicking. Right, I think our Scotch egg can come out. It is nicely golden brown all around.
Mate, it looks great.
Let's start doing some cuttlefish. Is this how you cook cuttlefish? I don't know. It's quite a small pan of oil for quite big pieces of cuttlefish.
But if you sing it, it takes the edge off the panic.
I'm calling it a burger, but it's a massive cuttlefish cake. I'm looking for a really springy, bouncy texture in this.
Okay.
Because the bun's soft, everything else will be quite soft. Right, this is going to go into the hot oil. I have one attempt at this,
Good luck, my friend.
and I will burn my fingers.
No, you didn't.
Okay, done.
Nailed it. 10 minutes gone.
5 minutes?
minutes remaining.
No, do not believe that.
Starfish stuff. No, it's not
Starfish?
It's not starfish, is it? What is it? Star fruit.
Lotus fruit.
Well, that doesn't help me either.
I know.
Does that mean it tastes like Lotus biscuits?
You tell me. Chop into it. See how it behaves.
Oh, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Can I eat it raw?
Nope.
No.
Do not eat it raw.
Do not. Taking out my cuttlefish because I've just got to imagine that that's done.
What am I serving it on?
I don't know, mate.
Mini chopping board, please.
A mini chopping board.
Mini chopping board. I'm hoping for a bit of sweet and heat. Salt, it needs salt. Bit of soy.
Happy with that?
Yeah, bit of mustard. Bit some mayo in to thick it up. Ketchy ketch.
So what have you got here?
So this is a very spicy, well that's colouring up nicely, jalapeno corn buttermilk dressing with garlic chives in it. It's going to give it a real punch. Need to baste that just to get the oil, crisp this bit up. May have made my burger patty a touch too big.
Charred.
There you go.
Charred corn. Let's get that into our jar along with the buttermilk and some mayo, and we'll try and turn that into a dip.
So we need mustard in there. No, got mustard in there. Mayo in there to thicken it up. It's very spicy because the jalapeno is hot. So I'm going to knock that back. That's nice.
3.5 minutes remaining, Jay.
Okay, right. It looks good, Michael.
Taste it.
It tastes good, but it needs to be thicker. How am I going to thicken it?
I'm serious.
Yeah.
That'd be genius. I mean, I'm obviously going to say do it. Obviously.
It's going to add the saltiness.
Yes!
While that cooks in the hot oil, I'm going to toast my bun.
3 minutes remaining. Classic Kush technique.
Yeah, toasted.
Ramen packet.
Yes.
Frying it.
What are you doing? Are you making an entirely fried platter?
Yes. Like a sharing platter in maybe a bad restaurant. Everything's going to be fried. At the same time,
And then what are you doing with the lotus fruit?
I'm going to
Fry it.
fry.
2 minutes remaining, Kush.
2 minutes remaining. Can I have some lettuce?
I'll give you lettuce, seeing as we've got some left over and we're dead against food waste.
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's in the bottom of that fridge.
Kush,
Not in front of the oil!
good catch. How zingy and acidic is your dip, considering it's got buttermilk in it?
Am I allowed lemon?
No.
No? I have no way of applying acidity. Oh, God, that's cooking quickly. So's that. Right. Oh, I've not thought this through. Okay, where's that going to go once that's...
1 minute, 10 seconds remaining.
I need to...
Crunch, bit of crunch, think about texture.
There's no crunch on the outside of that cuttlefish burger, is there?
Touche, mon frère, touche.
That's the first time I've ever got a touche from Kush.
Bit of pork pie. Turn that off.
I need to go and get something to plate all this up on.
Did you need to fry the noodles?
I don't know if I did.
They're already crispy.
No, now they're crispier. Turn that off.
20 seconds, Jay. So you said sharing. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting it. It's like a hummus.
It does look like a hummus. I can't have that on there because I need to...
10 seconds remaining.
Don't.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking. Wow.
Have I forgotten anything?
Top job. Let's get them into the sexies. Boys, For the sake of each other, reveal your dishes.
Ta-da.
Burger and chips.
Wow.
And Jay, what have we got?
Spaffas.
Is that Scotch egg?
That is a Scotch egg.
Where's the runny yolk?
No, it's like a supermarket Scotch egg. It's a pork pie, filling wrapped around boiled egg and then panade in Monster Munch. And then the dip is made from buttermilk, corn, pork pie crust and jalapeno.
It's double panade, isn't it?
Double panade.
Yeah, you can tell.
Of course.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Firstly, the pickled onion comes through really quite nicely.
And then balanced with the sweetness in your mush.
It's turned into a hummus.
Sweet corn and buttermilk hummus.
Yeah, because of the pork pie crust. No,
Wow.
It needed thickening, so I added pork pie crust.
So you've added a cooked roux, essentially.
Yeah.
You've added a cooked lard roux. I was going to give us a heart attack, Jay. It's tasty.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever tasted, but it's really quite delicious.
I'm shocked that the Scotch egg idea came off.
I'd have never thought that Scotch egg that pork pie.
No, that's the beauty of having him in the room.
Meat in pastry turned into meat in crumbs with pastry sauce.
Yeah.
It's very, very fatty.
Yeah,
isn't it? Let's try some of this dip. Well, the jalapeno punch in the dredge certainly comes through.
Yeah.
Let's
No.
move on to yours.
All right, sorted.
It's one of the biggest burgers I've ever seen. This is like a fish cake. Oh, mate.
So what's in the middle?
It's a cuttlefish pork pie garlic chive burger. Then I panade it in Monster Munch egg and ramen noodles, deep fried it, and then I made a burger sauce out of buttermilk, jalapeno and sweet corn with a bit of mustard and ketchup. And then I just made chips. You take that, Jay. You take this one, Michael.
It's got some great colour through the cross section as well. Bits of pork pie, bits of chive. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a big one.
Oh God, it's freaking delicious. You're a bloody wizard.
That is amazing.
I see cuttlefish or squid. I think salt and pepper. Deep fry it. It works so well as a deep fried texture.
Oh my goodness, that is so good.
But you always run the risk when deep frying cephalopods, squid and cuttlefish, that goes tough and rubbery. So if you let the machine do all the work and tenderize it,
He chucked it all into a blender and just whizzed it, and it tastes like that. I'm gonna try some of these crispy lotus fruit chips. Very crunchy. Oh man.
Oh, they're really good.
Okay, first off the bat, there's no point in me judging this. That takes the win.
I 100% agree with that judgment. When I bit into that, I was not expecting to be blown away
No.
with the flavour of it.
yeah, I can see what you've done in terms of thinking pork pie. That probably took up a lot of your time, and it's delicious. And maybe the cuttlefish was the afterthought.
Yeah.
But then that's why I didn't deep fry the cuttlefish, because I know that happens.
So what I should have done is added the cuttlefish to my pork pie Scotch egg.
One big mega egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially that with an egg in the middle of it. We could go into business with that.
I could do.
Well, you've heard our thoughts, but over to you in the comments. How did you think the guys got on? Who would have taken the win for you? And give us a like if you enjoyed these videos, and we'll do more of them. Boys, both of you. Great job.
Right.